All right. Welcome in, everyone, and thank you for stopping by to watch most likely the final part of Unknown Faces. Our adventures are going to be starting back off in the cave, where they made a, a small friend who gave them some good advice for going throughout the rest of the cave to find this monster they've been seeking. So we're going to start off right back in the cave, but everyone, grab an ale, prepare for a tale, for all are welcomed at the Banshee's Wail. And we're moving you guys right over. You guys are sitting in front of the cave, or sitting in the cave. The cave is dark, a low amount of sunlight coming through behind you. You have the light from the glow mushrooms illuminating parts of the cave around you and further into it. You're standing in front of a small camp, the tent and rack made of animal bones and leather, and a small bullywog named Jimbog sitting in front of the campfire who is giving you some advice, telling you about a bat, a giant bat further in the cave, and falling spikes, as well as some sort of singing creature deep within the cave. The three of you last time had mentioned that it might not be a good idea to listen to this song, as you thought that it might be leading to this memory loss. And are you guys all on the screen?
Yep.
I am. I can see the screen. All right. So, does anyone have any suggestions on how we should avoid? Because I think we should be a little wary of
We're
the
gonna put
song.
wax in our ears this time.
I'm gonna
Sounds
chop my
good.
ears off.
I prefer a bit of more of a temporary solution to a temporary problem. But sure, you want a permanent one? All right. Does anyone have any wax?
I do.
Um,
I have a priest pack.
Ooh, I'll take
He's
some of
got
that wax, if you would. Be so kind.
just starts sticking it in his pouch and pulls out a bunch of candles.
All right. Sprinkles reaches into their pouch, pulls out some candles from the pack, and hands off some wax to the other two. Each of you takes a bit of it and plugs your ears.
I sure do
And
appreciate it.
now you guys can't hear each other.
that was the question I was about to ask.
Hand signals.
That's how we're moving out now. Um, this is gonna be really interesting moving forward. All right. I'll motion to the other two and make sure that they see me and get their eyes on and motion that I am going to kind of motion behind myself. I am going to move to the corner and stop. Follow me. And so I kind of motion for them to follow me, and I'll turn around and start walking stealthily, like creeping, kind of like, like that whole bow walk, the
The excessive tiptoe.
yes, the excessive tiptoe, the crouch, the excessive tiptoe crouch. And I will
Uh,
animatedly walk over to the corner.
Sprinkles is just gonna fly up next to him.
the two of you understand every signal that Glen Warren has given off.
just magically.
Before we leave, I
It
give
was so well
Jimbog the
executed.
thumbs up. Like we're
But
gonna go.
we're longtime adventuring buddies. We know our hand signals.
Jimbog waves and says something to you, but you can't hear what he says as you continue on.
I'll
Sprinkles is just gonna blow him a kiss and like wave.
something tells me we might need to know that. Can Glen Warren see him making the motions?
You can see him look back
In my
you can see-
peripherals.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the wave.
I'll pull out a little bit of wax and say, "What?"
Oh, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the information. And I put the wax in, turn back around, and I go super stealth mode. Just doot, 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 doot.
All right. And so are you traveling this way?
Yes. Over by where Glen Warren is right now.
And the two of you are going to follow Glenwarren?
Yes.
Just for my sake, if you could move close to each other. That way Control C is really easy. Perfect.
Do you want to move us? And would it make it easier if you moved us? Like we ping the map where we want to move, and you move us.
No, just
That way, in
before
case you have any
move,
traps or anything.
Before you move, just tell me what you want to do, and then I'll give
Okay.
the okay. Yeah, so
Okay.
you guys can still move. Just give the what
Well,
you're
and
doing before
I
you
can
do
move
it.
them all with me too, so I can just click and drag. Okay.
Yeah, if the party wants to follow.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's peek around the corner, and I'm gonna move over this way, since I can see all the way to the back wall, and everything seems to be okay right over here. So I'll give my team the thumbs up that everything looks good, and then I'll tell them to follow again, and I shall turn back around and tiptoe around the corner a little bit more.
All right, you go around the corner and you see the walls start to close in into a more narrow tunnel as it begins to wind around another corner.
All right, and that's the tunnel over here, right?
Yes,
Okay, and the other way is a dead end.
correct. You look back
Right.
and you can see a lot more grow mushrooms around that area, but just a solid wall around.
All right. And when Jimbog was giving us the clues as to it was in the back of the cave, did he tell us which way? Did he like motion saying that this way or that way was the back of the cave?
Yes, when he did it in the last session, he pointed in this direction you're going.
So it was to the east. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I will motion to my team and um I'll whisper we can't even whisper because we can't hear it. I'll just motion for my team to follow. Let me see. With this level, do I have the the I forget what the monk ability is, where if it's like a trap, the monk can sense it and like jump back out of the way really quickly?
I know barbarians have that. Let me check.
And that danger sense thing.
Yeah.
Monks do have a danger sense thing. I don't remember what it's called, and it's specifically
Yeah.
for elven monks.
And I'm an elven monk.
Let me see.
And I know you get extra bonuses to it if you're if you're a wood elf monk.
Mm. Well, there's the evasion ability.
You take less damage.
You would take none if you succeed, and half
Yeah,
if you
you
fail.
succeed. I know you have incisive sense. I'm just going through it really quickly.
I think it's
know
that AOE one.
Yeah, I think it's just evasion.
Yeah. 7th level, your instinctive agility lets you dodge out of the way of certain area effects, such as a blue dragon's lightning breath or a fireball spell. We're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage. You instead take no damage if you succeed, and only half if you fail. Okay. So certain things like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think it might just be barbarians that get danger sense.
I think so too. It might be a different monk.
But may I ask what your passive wisdom perception is?
Let's see. Passive perception is a 17.
Okay. Just for the
Okay.
future.
Yeah, just in case.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm going to pick up a small pebble off of the ground and I'm going to toss it, like kind of bouncing low so that it doesn't make a whole bunch of noise. And I'm not going to like throw it too hard to where it like bounces off the back wall, but kind of toss a couple of pebbles down into the hallway to see if it triggers anything.
Yeah, you throw a
Over this way.
moderate-sized rock down the hall, and it kind of bounces off a few surfaces. Nothing happens, and as you remember, as it's doing this, it kind of dawns on you, and you remember that Jim Bog did say he's been down this way before. And he told you about the monsters, but didn't tell you about any traps. So you kind of figure
He did tell us about that one trap. I can't remember what it was.
the falling spikes.
Yes, the falling spikes. He did tell us
said-
about that one.
He did say it was past the ravine.
Okay. All right. Well, I motioned for the team to follow, and we'll make our way around this corner, then over this way, just taking a peek. See down the
All
hallway.
right. You look down the hall. It's a long tunnel down a bit. You notice through this, it almost looks like it was carved out. As it's very circular. It's a circular tunnel that almost looks like it was carved out. And you don't see any glow mushrooms through the tunnel, but on the other side of it, you see some faint blue light you recognize coming from further glow mushrooms down, and it looks like it opens up the end of the tunnel to a larger room.
I'll motion for the team to follow, and we'll start walking a little bit more through the circular tunnel.
All right. And the two of you follow?
Yeah.
All right. All three of you walk down this tunnel, just about 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, almost going in a straight line to the next chamber. You walk through, nothing happens, and you come out into the room with many more glow mushrooms illuminating it. And it looks like the chamber that Jim Bog might have been talking about. You see a large crack in the ground dropping down into a very deep ravine just through the center of the chamber. I'll move you guys over.
And I posted the YouTube link in the Discord if anyone wants to share it.
Share it out. Quite a bit.
All right. Well, I'll motion for the team to keep following, as I don't see anything in the room so far. Slowly start making my way over to the ravine. I don't remember him speaking about a way across, but I'm guessing that we just can't see it yet. So slowly keep making my way. And motion for the team to follow.
You walk toward the center of the room, slowly just taking your time, kind of looking around. You look over the ravine and you don't see any clear way across. You look up and the ceiling is actually fairly high, and you can see, I can never remember if it's stalactites or stalagmites that are on the ceiling, coming down, creating shadows above you.
Let's see. All right. Well, I'll wait for the team. So I'll motion to the team and make our way towards the big ravine, and slowly along the way, before I move my token, so that we don't, get too caught up in moving square by square or anything. I'll make my way over to the ravine itself, slowly, kind of just checking my step each way, and looking up at the stalagmites, and I'll make it my way over to the edge of the ravine and kind of look left and look right to make sure that there's no way across, and then I'll motion the team over towards us, over towards me at the edge of the ravine, and kind of shrug my shoulders and point to the ravine itself and ask if it, kind of asking if anybody has any ideas.
Um, what if I light a candle and toss it down? Yeah,
Yeah, it's something.
just
You can.
gonna just light a candle and whoop.
All right. So Sprinkles, do you move over toward Glen Warren, or where are you going to move into to drop it?
I'm gonna move right up next to him so he sees me do it. Um, also, the way to remember stalactites for stalagmites is stalactites cling tight to the ceiling. Stalagmites, you might trip over them.
Ah, I like that. I will probably remember them now.
The ceiling might trip over.
All right. So you walk up next to Glen Warren, or flutter over next to Glen Warren. Take one of your candles out. You have about 5 more left. You light one, and you hold it out in front of you and drop it. The flame flickers as it falls down, and it continues to fall, and then continues to fall until you can't see the flame anymore.
Look over at Sprinkles and just shrug. Hmm.
I got some
Oh,
rope.
yeah. I was gonna walk over and hold up like some rope.
Okay.
Um,
Right. Olaf, you walk over to the group and hold out a bundle of rope, and you kind of look at Sprinkles, who's flying in the air a little.
I was gonna ask, can I fly over that? Like, is that there's not really like a distance for what I can fly over, right?
Yeah, you
Aside from
can
getting
fly.
exhausted? Okay.
Yeah, it's only about 15 feet across in the shortest distance, 10 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna fly over and tie it to one of these boulder rock things. If I can ping it. If it'll let me ping it. Nope, it doesn't like me.
I'd be able to
Okay.
if you just hold left click.
Aha!
There we go.
It works.
All right, yeah, you are able to. You kind of just go to be safe to a shorter distance across, um, and fly over to the other side. And then you flutter over, still holding on to the rope, one end in your hand, and you see Olaf holding the other side. And you said you wanted to try and tie it over here.
Around the boulder.
Let's see, it's about rope.
Because if we have the two
Move
things of
Olaf to the
rope, it's
shortest end.
about
I'm tying another boat. Yeah, roll me a survival check on tying that knot.
nice.
All right, you tie the rope. You have enough rope to feel confident in kind of giving a couple rounds of it around the boulder, and you tie a good sailor's knot.
see, I'm useful for some things.
Uh, Olaf, you're on the other side, and as you see, Sprinkles lets go of tying the rope and looks over at you. You give it a good tug against the rope, and it's very tight and holds.
It's very taut.
Yes, thank you.
I motion for Glenwarren to grab the rope and try to shimmy across, kind of do a rope shimmy gesture.
Are you still holding the? Is he still holding the rope?
He's holding on to the end. Yeah.
Okay, so is it on the ground or is it like elevated? How high up is this rope? Like how? So when I'm shimmying, am I like going at a downward angle or?
He's holding it up in front of him, holding it taut. So
Because there's
you-
not
you
enough.
would-
There's not enough rope to tie it to one of the other
Okay.
stalagmites, is there?
You look at it, maybe. Depends what you're looking to tie it to and how far away it is.
I'll figure out how to. Okay, here I have a suggestion. So, well, let me go ahead and make my way across the rope. So I'll grab onto the
Because
rope,
I have a
flip
way
upside
across.
down.
I have a way across.
Oh, gotcha. So I'll grab the rope, flip upside down, and then kind of crawl under on the bottom side of the rope quickly across it.
All right. So, Warren, you grab onto the rope, looking at Olaf in the eyes, just staring at him for a second before you put your full body weight on. Then you kick your feet up and grab on, and you start shimmying across the rope over this ravine. You look down for a second, and you just see darkness, and you just move a little faster across. Olaf, roll me an athletics check.
You better pass this, bud.
Please don't drop this guy.
I have slow fall if he does, but still,
Well, it
please don't
doesn't-
drop me.
Got a +8 in
Just
athletics,
hold on to
so-
that fucking rope, man.
I'm trying.
I
Okay,
think we're gonna
27.
be
I think
just
he holds
fine.
on to it. He like
You-
pulls it too hard and snaps it.
Oh,
Pulls the boulder.
Just let go.
Yeah.
I'll show you
No,
cliffhanger.
You you shimmy across as fast as you can and find the ground under your feet as you let go, and then you look back and Olaf is still just steadfast holding this
Every
rope.
vein bulging.
Yeah, you can still see some
Come
of the
on.
oil shimmering with the glow shrooms that's still on his skin.
Did you even get the cross? Come on, girly elf. Did you even move across it? I didn't feel anything. Come
And
on.
Olaf, what is your passive perception?
14.
All right, and
You better move.
so as Glen Warren is across the other side, out of the corner of your eye, you see this big black mass flap quickly. You turn around and see a cloaker come down from the ceiling.
this is why he can't be left alone. Every time he's left alone, something tries to pull him through to somewhere else.
Yeah.
I knew I should have gone back. I can fly.
I can get across this. You said it was 10 feet, didn't you?
And in certain spots. And the cloaker in front of your face lets out its moan.
Can we hear that, Rob?
No.
This turned into an ASMR stream really quickly.
Hey, Rob.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Besties. Sorry, nerd moment. I got excited.
Oh, hold on.
Olaf, make me a wisdom saving throw.
What is...
Oh, that's even better.
All right. You are now terrified of this large bat-looking creature. Its skin is black on its back. Its belly side has a slight yellow, fleshy tone to it. It has a long tail. Its face comes out into serrated teeth and red eyes. It's just flapping its wings in front of you. And you are now afraid of it. And I'm going to grab this command real quick.
Means that he can run away.
And
Oh, no, thank you.
start combat. Olaf, you are now afraid of the cloaker. And you have to run away from it.
Jesus
Perfect.
Christ.
Do I get to choose which way I'm running towards?
It has to
Just
be
away.
away from it.
And so where I'm standing now, how that's what, 5, 10, 15 feet?
From the edge, 5, 10, 15, say about 18 feet across.
And how do you determine your jump? How far you can jump?
It is based on your strength score. Yeah, I don't remember the exact equations. Let me just grab it real quick. Jump, 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 jump.
You're banned from being alone.
Well, Rob
All
has thrown. If this works out, I got this.
You need a buddy at all times.
I need a safety torch.
What's your strength score?
18.
18. In order to jump across a 15-foot horizontal jump, you would need a 10-foot running start.
And I've got 10 feet, don't I?
You have 5 feet.
So, what if I run diagonally? So I'd go right there and then I would jump where it's narrowest.
See. And right here.
Yep.
2, 3. You can try. So you would require a check to succeed.
Well, I also have remarkable athlete. So I get to add to it as well.
Could you throw that in the chat real quick? Yeah. Distance you can cover, increase the number of feet. Number of your strength score. 19. Yeah, with that, I'd say you can clear it.
All right, we'll do that.
That would use up all of your movement speed.
That's fine. It's better than being next to the cloaker.
Of death. Bum, bum, bum.
Sounds like a metal band. The cloaker.
It is a metal band.
It actually sounds like a Judas Priest album.
All right. So, is that how you want to spend your
Yeah.
turn? All right. Olaf, you sprint away from the cloaker running 10 feet and using your momentum, jump across the ravine, barely landing on the other side of it.
I've got 8
And that
in
is as far
athletics.
as you
Tumble
can
rolled.
move.
I tumble rolled across. I landed, just did the roll.
Your foot lands and the momentum carries you forward. You tumble.
Tumble. And I kind of just like look over and give him like give my my party members the thumbs up.
Pretending you didn't almost just die.
Yeah. Definitely didn't shit my pants.
Nailed it.
Oh, I have to end my turn.
Okay. All right, Glenwarren, you see this creature just flapping in the middle of the air across the chasm. You just watched Olaf run away from it and leap across the ravine.
All right. Well, I'm going to look right at it. It looks a tidbit more evil than Jimbog did. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a dart at it.
And let me double check. You throw your dart at it, and it just barely misses it. It flies up a little out of the way.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and move over here by my teammate, just in case I need to intervene somehow. Just 15 feet. All right. We'll go ahead and call that a turn.
All right, Sprinkles.
Ugh.
What you gonna do?
I don't really have anything to like throw at it. Until it comes over here. And then I got some things. Oh wait. How far do you think I could throw a hand axe?
It should say. Let me double check. It is a thrown weapon. 20 feet, normally 60-foot disadvantage. So, past 20 feet, you throw up to 60 feet at disadvantage. It is 35 feet away from you. Yeah.
So it would be a disadvantage throw?
Yes, if you would like to try.
Yeah, I got other things. That would be a strength check? For throwing?
No, it's
Or-
a thrown weapon, so you're
Oh.
perfectly fine throwing it. So
Oh,
you just
well,
mark disadvantage and hit the attack.
okay.
And it hits. You throw the
Yeah.
hand axe, and it sticks into the mid body of the cloaker, flapping. It kind of flutters about for a second.
I knew there was a reason I wanted to pick that thing up.
9 slashing. All right, does that end your turn, Sprinkles?
Yeah. I was thinking about eating part of the mushroom just to be silly, but I think they're poisonous. And I don't know if I have immunities to poison.
You definitely ate it afterwards.
That's true. Post-attack snack.
Yeah, exactly. Once combat's over, your heart rate drops down, and then you finally notice the poisonous mushrooms under your feet that you really want to eat.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've got something for healing that kind of stuff, I think. I'm a cleric,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, but you're a murder cleric, remember?
All right. And Sprinkles, so that ends your turn. So it moves to the cloaker. The cloaker, after being attacked, assesses and sees the three of you across the ravine. You see it begin to fly toward Olaf and Glenwarren. As it starts flying and kind of at a down angle, as it flies over the ravine, it just turns and flies directly down.
Yeah, fuck.
It dashes out of all of your sight.
Something tells me that we should run.
I just am like doing the running because
Just
there's can I see the cave entrance right here? Right by these mushrooms?
Yeah, you can see the tunnel right there.
Yeah. I just start pointing to that.
All right. Sprinkles, you look over just to assess the situation with your comrades, and you see Warren looking at Olaf, and Olaf is just pointing in a direction down into the cave.
I'm gonna look over to Glenwarren and be like,
I'll nod and just follow their lead.
All right.
Let's go.
I stuck it real good.
You did.
It clearly died. You one-shotted it with that hand axe. It's
When you
leaking its
yeeted it,
wounds.
you're just like, meh, dead.
Let's see here.
Oh, So this would probably be something that's broken, but and I doubt that I can actually do it. But I should have put like a little pouch of the sneezing and choking dust on it, so that way when it hit it, it just.
Hmm.
All right, Glenwarren. You you all are going toward this this tunnel that you see to leave this room of the larger cave,
Mhm.
and you take a step forward, and
Tiamat.
it hits. As you step forward, you just feel this sharp pierce into your shoulder. You take 19 piercing damage, and you look at it, and it's this small, fleshy, worm-like creature that burrowed into your shoulder.
Can I grab it out of my shoulder?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll grab the thing out of my shoulder and throw it and look to my companions and like basically just move my hand that we need to run.
Is that called the stabber, Rob?
No, it's called the piercer.
Oh,
Yep, it says right there, piercer.
oh okay,
I
I see
don't.
it now.
I don't know if I'm just blind, but I don't see Glenwarren on the map.
Oh,
I
you
think he's
won't.
on the other
You can't
side of.
see me. Yeah, I'm on
Okay.
the other side of that pillar.
Okay.
You can see me now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was like, he disappeared.
And actually, let me.
I run out, lock eyes with Sprinkles, and wave my team that we should go.
You see this as you throw it onto the ground. You see this little worm-like creature on the ground, beginning to just squirm away.
Should have thrown it into the ravine.
Can I smash it with my hammer?
No,
You
not
can
a good
try.
idea.
It's squirming away. You could try.
I feel like this is a good to just grab it with both hands and whoop. Because it's a bug and it deserves to go squish.
All right, yeah. Run up and make me a weapon attack.
I'm not at disadvantage anymore, yeah?
No.
Maybe. There we go. Oh, it rolled twice. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You run up and drop the hammer on the piercer, and you crush it under your hammer.
I'm gonna taste it.
This splatter of worm over the ground. You reach down and just wipe your finger across
Just
its guts and just taste it. It tastes
Amazing.
not bad.
grubby.
Yeah. Yeah, slimy yet satisfying.
Yes.
we
I'm so
go.
glad you got that reference.
Thank you, Zach. And so, what do you want to do now?
I think my favorite part is having you describe how you think things would taste to me. Oh,
Are we still in combat?
No, you are out
No.
of combat right now.
Yeah, I just kind of point to the cave and start moving that way. Because I don't want to be next to this ravine anymore.
All right, yeah, and I don't really feel like taking another one of those to the shoulder.
Olaf, you said your passive perception was 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you run up to go to the exit, let me just.
Is there a sweet little neon exit sign like blinking for us so we know it's the exit?
Oh, the one that you pointed at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As you run to it,
You're gonna take a little boy right to the shoulder, also.
No, I won't because my armor class is 21.
it is. You feel a heavy just hanging
Thud.
across down your armor. You look over, and on the ground is another piercer. Just some of its blood covering the ground as it broke its face against you.
I just grab it and just chuck it into the ravine.
You hear a small.
You see Sprinkles cry.
You want to cook that one?
Snack.
It's a peace offering to the cloaker.
All right, well, let's just keep moving then.
So I'll keep going first through the tunnel.
You're leading the way, and we can't tell you to stop. So
Yeah. You just watch as Olaf continues down the tunnel. And let me...
Oh, and when you copy and pasted me, for some reason it didn't update my health when you did the -19. But oh well.
Did it? Oh, weird.
Yeah, just on the HP bar, but it did on the actual thing when I click it. It's updated.
That's weird.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh.
Well, you guys continue down that tunnel, getting it begins to open up. It's another tunnel similar to the last, about 10 feet high, 10 feet wide, kind of carved out in the stone. It goes to another opening. It winds around a bit and opens up more, goes down, and you see more glow mushroom lighting the way ahead.
And here, really quick, just to kind of get back to Zach's question. So to clarify on that one, because he was asking whether or not Olaf should keep running away his full movement away from the cloaker. With the cloaker
Oh.
dropping into the ravine, that would have moved it out of the way, right? Because he's just right into the cloaker.
Correct, and you have to be able to see the creature to be afraid of it.
Okay.
So because it's no longer in sight, he's no longer afraid of the creature, but when afraid, you have to use your full movement speed, yes.
Okay.
If possible.
That was a good one. I actually was curious on that. Thanks, Zach.
All right. So the three of you, top right of the map, wind down the tunnel and come to another opening.
Is it kind of lit in here? Like the mushrooms are kind of...
Yes. And you can see some further light luminescence deeper into that section.
I'm just gonna not full sprint, but just kind of walk slowly forward.
And I'll just follow the Olaf.
To Olaf.
The Olaf. You are your own thing.
I can't be by myself though.
No.
No.
It's very needy, Olaf.
All right, so the three of you, well, the two of you following Olaf as he just continues marching down this tunnel, continue on for quite some time down the tunnel to the midsection of the room, so about here. And the two of you see Olaf just come to a stop. Olaf, you see up on a ledge in front of you right here, a young halfling woman waving her arms.
Does she look like messed up or anything? Like,
From that distance, can't remember. You can't really make note of that from where you are right now.
I'm going to tap Olaf on the shoulder, and as soon as he turns his head to look at me, I'm going to mouth the words, "Always a trap."
We need to like tie him to one of us. I guess I could be the floating fairy balloon. And
I kind of
mean-
just like move up just like a couple feet. Nothing major, just like maybe a little bit more, like 5 feet up. Try to
I
get a
mean-
better look at her.
And I'll be
I-
panning around looking as he's walking up.
guys, we're gonna be screwed. My whole thing is I would sacrifice my life and soul to protect the innocent, and she looks innocent.
All right.
But
So
okay.
the three of you walk up toward the ledge, and this halfling woman gets to the ledge and just slowly climbs down. You watch as she struggles to get down, and she runs up to you, Olaf, and just starts mouthing or saying words to you, but you just see the words quickly as she mouths them.
Wah, 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 wah. Okay, this is.
Well, I
Okay.
mean,
Because, see, I know what Rob wants me to do, and I'm not going to do it. So
I kind of want to see it. Not gonna lie, I'm not doing it.
There's like
Gotta pull
four
out pen and
things
paper.
Rob thinks you
Remember,
can
I
do.
have the pen and paper.
Well, what I was going to do is going to try to give her
Oh.
like a torch or something so she could write in the.
Hand it to him.
Just whoop. I can even
Olaf, you feel a tap on your shoulder. You look back, and Sprinkles is handing you a quill and paper.
I grab it and hand it to the halfling woman.
Just
Halfling
randomly.
woman looks at the paper and looks up at you, and starts saying words and pointing toward her ears and like questioning.
Sprinkle's just gonna be like,
It is not the death note.
and pull out a candle.
She starts scribbling a bunch of names.
Mhm.
Yeah, she looks at you and kind of
Cloaker.
shrugs and then writes on the piece of paper and hands it to you, Olaf. And
I
it just
read what she writes.
all right. It says, "I'm lost in here. Where is the exit?"
Sprinkles
I
just
kind-
points back the way we came.
Well,
It's not the exit.
you can't read it.
Olaf.
Well, I over his shoulder. I got the pen and paper. I can read.
She's just
Oh, true.
they're
She
just
is-
flying up on Olaf like the little wings and just fluttering over his shoulder.
I'm
Reading
just gonna,
everything.
yeah, I'm just gonna write on the piece of paper, being like, "We came from that direction. Big monster. Don't go that way."
She takes the paper back and then writes on it and hands it to you. "I can hear you."
I look to
Hey, Sprinkles
Sprinkles.
isn't smart.
No, I kind of like motion for like the candle and like take some of it off, and then I have candle in one hand and I'm gonna write on it. Creature has the power through song to erase memories. Don't listen to it. Use this wax.
She reads the paper and her eyes open wide, and she actually starts shaking her head and takes the wax and stuffs it in her ears. She quickly scribbles down, "You read the paper back. I don't know how I got here. Someone was with me and protected me, but I don't remember who."
Was Jim Bog the whole time? He was a legendary hero.
Yes.
Okay, well, that was going to answer my next question. So that I was going to write, "How did you get down here?" Can I write, "Why did you come down here?" and give her the paper back?
She reads it and hands it back. She wrote, I don't know. I'm from Parsh, which, as you remember, is the town basically above you.
Is she somebody that we've interacted with yet in the town?
No.
Okay.
I look to Glenn Warren and write on the paper, should we take her? Question mark.
I'll shrug my shoulders at him. And write down, maybe she should wait here. If she survived if she can survive in this cavern, maybe we should keep her here for right now. Write it down.
Yeah.
Hand that back.
I look at it and then I give the piece of paper to Sprinkle so they have a say in what should happen.
All right. Olaf writes down, have her wait here, yay, nay, and hands it back to both of you.
I'm gonna circle A.
Glenwarren, you circle nay?
I'll circle nay.
All right, so you guys want her to follow you?
Might as well.
All right. Watch out for fireballs.
I got bad bonds.
So I
In a
write
pinch,
down
we
on the-
could tell her to hold her breath and throw her in my bag of holding.
put a snorkel on it.
Mm-hmm. Just a snorkel is sticking out through the opening to the bag of holding.
Yeah. So Olaf writes on the piece of paper, then be like, follow us. We should be able to find a way out together.
But the real question is, if you put a halfling in a bag of holding, then drop it down the ravine, what happens?
Oh my God.
All right. She nods and rolls up the paper and puts it in her pocket, and she agrees to follow you.
Could a fairy fly down there?
You don't know the distance, so you're not sure.
And the Cloaker's down there. So you're going to fly down the ravine by yourself.
So I'm sorry, but I live for the thrill of the hunt. That's my personality trait. And I'm trying to think of things of not how to not get murdered, but also figure out where the fuck it went.
I'm sure
Someone-
we'll have a run in with it on the way back.
It's got my hand axe, and it's probably tasty.
All
Sprinkles
right.
writes this on a note and hands it to Glenwarren. It has my hand axe, and it's probably tasty.
I'm just going to shake my head, tap everyone on the shoulder, and say, move out. Just do the hand motion, and I'll actually take the lead with my passive perception. I think I'm going to move out to the west. I'll write down on a piece of paper. Do we still have the piece of paper?
She took it from us.
Sprinkles took out a new piece of paper, so yes.
All right, so I'll write down on this one. Do you remember anything about either way into tunnel? Any dangers? And then I hand it back to her.
She reads it and hands it back to you. I woke up toward the east. Don't know what's in any direction other than the one with the falling spikes.
Well, if she came from the east, and that sounds like the way that we should go. So I'll write down on a piece of paper, thank you, and show it to her, and then put it back and hand it back to Sprinkles. And I will head off into east. I'll be. So are these two different openings right over here to the east? I see this one and this one.
Yeah, one, you kind of go east and it splits off. One path, just as Glenwarren is intelligent enough, has been keeping track of the direction you've been traveling. The path to your right moves south. The path in front of you continues east.
All right. I'll look over at the halfling in motion and say, kind of point and then get a thumbs up, kind of asking her, like, is this the right way?
She nods and then gives a thumbs up slowly.
All right. I will motion for my team to follow me and we'll start moving down to the south. Looks like this map ends there.
She follows behind, and as you begin to move south, she grabs onto your sleeve, and then motions. She shakes her head no and points down this way.
All right. I will mouth thank you and start moving down this way. And have the team follow.
Loading screen.
Yeah, they follow closely behind, and I think that's actually just how far we are in. Good place to do a quick restroom break for everyone.
All right. We will be back in 5 minutes. Is 5 good enough for everybody?
5's good with me.
5 minutes. All right, we'll be right back.
All right, be right back.
All right. Well,
We're back.
welcome back, everyone. All right, let's get right back into it. And thank you all for being patient waiting while we just did some TLC. But everyone's back and ready to keep going.
Did you just call a bio break TLC?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to have
I
you
mean,
guys play.
Giving yourself
I-
some tender lovin'.
I loved myself.
Yes, yes. I got more beverage.
I also got more beverage.
Guess I got a
All right.
Sprite.
All right. So the three of you continue down the tunnel. Glen Warren, as you're moving through this tunnel, you do recognize it the same as the ones before. You're kind of noticing the trend. These tunnels are about 10 feet high, 10 feet wide, and moving in a straight direction through.
All right. Well, I'll pick up some rocks, some pebbles, and start tossing them just kind of down as we go, just to make sure that, there's no traps or anything waiting for us. But yeah, we'll continue walking down. We'll continue walking down, just kind of checking things and just making sure that the team is following. Just slowly
Okay.
making our way down.
Yeah, Glen Warren, you take the lead in front of everybody with a handful of pebbles and keep throwing them as you're walking against the walls, against the ground, even up against the ceiling. Olaf is swinging his sword out of nowhere.
I clicked that by accident.
I know.
but-
Sure, it was an accident.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he's not tried to kill you already.
True.
Try to take you down a whole fucking ravine.
The
I was
The tunnel-
steadfast on that. 27 athletics. I wasn't letting him go nowhere.
Nope.
yeah, the option of just letting go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Here comes the Disney suit
Don't
right now. We're
want
gonna
Glen
get taken
Warren
down
no
right now.
more.
Hey, you named your character Olaf, man.
That's a Viking name.
True.
I
And a
I like-
snowman.
I always liked the remix one where it's like, "Do you want to hide a body?"
That is a good one. That's one of my favorites. I sing it to my daughter all the time.
I sing it to my boyfriend's daughter.
Psychopaths. Murder hobos.
This is why we're friends.
This is what Olaf is chanting down the
We're
hallway.
murder pixies. I played a fairy, and Sprinkles is a fairy. So it's
Hey,
that
there's
fairy.
that band called the Dead Pixies.
True. And there's just also the pixies. Old head
Thank
punk
you.
references.
All right, getting back into the game. The four of you continue on for a while. Glen Warren, as you're throwing these pebbles, you don't notice anything, but the tunnel does get wider and comes out into another open room. You walk into it a bit, and you see a lot more glow mushrooms. And as you continue into the room a little bit, you see a break and some rushing water, a river kind of breaking through this room.
And does it split the room? Like, does it have a... Okay, here we
Sure.
go. All right. You show the audience.
And you can see some more glow mushrooms illuminating a portion of the room.
All right. And I'll look over. So he did say that it was across the ravine. So I'm guessing that this is the ravine. Or this is the stream. Trying to remember the clue about where the fallen spikes were. So I'll look back at the halfling and ask.
Glen Warren, you ponder about falling spikes, and then you look over at your shoulder and just remember the hole that's dug in there.
Piercer.
Piercers are falling spikes.
Hmm. All right, so we've already made it. Pat, did he say that there? But I can't ask my team if there were any more traps. I'll ask the DM. Is there a way that I can remember? Because I didn't write it down for this one. Were there any other? There were no other traps that he mentioned, but he said that he didn't. Did he go past the spikes? I can't remember. He said that he did, but he didn't go to the final whatever was making the noise. I remember that.
He said that he would always stop by the spikes. He had been hit by one before, and he just went back.
Okay, so this is beyond the description of what he gave us. Okay,
And didn't
okay.
he talk about bats too?
The cloaker.
Cloaker. Okay. Oh, by the way, are these mushrooms considered glow caps?
Maybe. What's your nature?
I'm
Chaotic?
good.
I mean, your actual nature check. Let me see. You have a -2. You don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna eat one.
You have no idea if these are poisonous or not.
All right. Well, I guess we should just keep on going, and I'll look up and scan the ceiling to see the stalactites. To see if there. Can I see the roof of the cavern that we're in?
Yes, you look up and can see the roof. It is much higher than any of the rooms you've been in before. You scan through and see some stalactites clinging tightly to the ceiling. You notice, you kind of scan through, paying extra attention. You don't see any more piercers from where you're at right now or anything like that. You take a couple more steps into the room and you feel this hum.
Kind of like in your chest, kind of like acoustics passing through you.
Kind of like in your head. Like this.
Oh, but it's sort of like an acoustic hum, like
Yeah,
reverberating
exactly.
through like my bones, kind of.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Like when
so all
you feel
three
the
of you
bass
can
at a
feel it.
concert, you feel it in your mind and your soul.
Yeah, but you're not hearing anything. You're just feeling this this almost psionic hum going through your mind.
I'll kind of peer back to my team and just look at them and kind of make this shaking noise or shaking movement with my hands and point at my head and just kind of ask them, kind of motion to ask them if they feel it as well.
Sprinkles are just gonna go like this.
I do the same thing that Sprinkles does.
All of you are just giving magic fingers to each other.
Jazz hands.
Woo! Jazz hands right in the
Spirit
head.
fingers.
Okay, so the wax definitely stays in. I'll point to the wax and give, mouth thank you, and point.
Yeah.
Instead of giving the thumbs up, I'll do like a prayer, like a thank you sort of emotion. Yes, that way nobody gets confused and pulls them out. All
What'd you
right.
say?
And I'll I'll turn back towards the cavern and sort of slowly walk through and just start scanning to see if I can see the source. I'll scan the roof, I'll scan just as far as I can see, slowly taking steps. And
All right.
like right up here on my left, there's that little like corner that I can peer past. I'll kind of make my way along the wall. And peer my head, sort of using it to try and cover myself. That way I don't
All right.
pop out into the room.
Olaf and Sprinkles, you see Glen Warren leave the group and kind of crouched walk a little ahead, going up against one of the walls and peeking slightly around a corner. Are you guys following, or?
I'm following. I'm gonna write out a piece of paper and put glow caps ? And put it in front of Glen Warren's face and point at the mushrooms.
I'll do I'll check to see if they're glow caps as well. I have a
Thank
plus
you.
2 to nature.
Make me a nature check for that, then.
14.
Yeah, you do recognize them, and being in some caves and a little bit of the Underdark as Glen Warren has been, you do recognize them as glow caps.
I am a hermit as well. But I'll say check yes or write yes on the piece of paper and hand it back.
You check yes, Juliet.
Jesus.
Sprinkles just immediately grabs one and shoves it in his mouth.
It's pleasantly tasting.
Please tell me that we have a glowing fairy
Tell
now.
me more about these mushrooms. I kid you not. This is literally my favorite part of this is just making him describe food or Sprinkles version of food.
You, the other two watch as you take one of the smaller mushrooms off the ground and just chuck it into your mouth. You chew it. It's pleasantly tasting. It's got a sweet taste to it, almost like sugar cane. As you finish, you swallow the mushroom, and the two of them just see this little glow go down your throat and then disappear.
Ugh, I
Is
love
there an
this so
aftertaste?
much. Oh,
I
yes.
I'm hanging on to see if there's an aftertaste to it. A very earthy aftertaste, maybe.
You pause for a second. It tastes almost hoppy.
Okay. I can take that.
Mushroom beers it is.
They do
Uh,
actually make it into
Maybe
And
we should
Sprinkles
collect
just
some.
grabs a piece and like tries to shove it at Glenwarren.
I'll throw it in my bag of holding and to bring back to the Banshee's Whale. See if maybe we could brew something out of it.
glowing beer.
Ooh, that could be a seasonal thing.
The Banshee's Whale could hold a festival.
The season of the glow.
Imagine that.
We
at
should.
least.
Spooky season.
Ooh, we might have to. Ooh, some interesting ideas. All right. Anyway,
Yes.
future Banshee's Whale content. It also I love doing this channel. All right. Anyway, so I'm gonna peek around the corner. Now that I've seen Sprinkles swallowed a mushroom and she's still alive. So, going to now. Luckily, I can heal that, but peek around the corner to scan the room some more to see if there's anything that I could see.
Let me see here. I'm gonna actually put myself to viewing through you. So you're just gonna turn that corner right by you.
Yeah, just kind of slowly use it as cover to peek more kind of into the room. Whoa!
Yes. So you turn the corner,
Peek
and
my
as
head
you look
around.
around, you see this face floating in the air, staring at you. This face, it's fleshy gray skin, looks like it's been pulled back, creating thick lines into its face, divots. Its eye sockets are completely hollow. Its teeth are showing as it has a giant smile on it, and it's just bobbing in the air. You look at it and you see a long neck coming from the back of it that continues off into this direction. And as you look away slightly, you just see it quickly move as its neck recoils back.
So it spotted me when I peeked around the corner at it.
Yes.
Okay. I'll look back at the team and say, kind of act like I'm lifting my head up and just kind of setting it, and then telling them floating ahead went away.
Roll me a performance check.
Oh no. Oh no.
You guys understood none of that.
Olaf thinks he saw a giraffe. That's what he saw down there was a giraffe, and he's just like intrigued. He's like, "Oh, a giraffe."
I'm just gonna shake my head and ask for the piece of paper. Write it down. Floating head attached to very long neck went recoiled back across the cave.
He writes this down on the piece of paper and holds it out in front of you. Both of you read it.
Did it look like Did it look like the Cloaker?
Right back. No, this was completely different. It was icky.
I do.
It looks a lot worse than the Cloaker does.
It was icky. It was very, very icky.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's a candle down here? Because we dropped a candle earlier.
You dropped that down the ravine. You've been traveling south and to the east. You look around,
so
but you don't see a candle.
Okay, so we haven't been going down.
No.
Okay.
Let's see this. Let's see.
Could we show the piece of paper to the halfling, see if she might know what it is?
Yeah, you kind of wave back toward the halfling. She walks up and reads the piece of paper, then looks at you and gives you a shrug and shakes her head no.
Okay.
Well, there's something back there, and we can't really sit here forever, so
I don't think we should go that way.
I'll write down on the piece of paper, it already saw me. And hand it back to them.
Sprinkles is just gonna hold up his warhammer and be like, ah.
All right.
Swinging it like around a little.
Like
I'm
smashy smash?
I'm gonna give the thumbs up. Okay, smashy smash time. This thing looked really icky. Friends don't look that icky. All right, so since we're running out of time and I don't want to be taken off guard, I'm going to motion for them to follow me again, but be ready.
All right.
I kind of motioned to the halfling to maybe don't follow us super close because we might be going into combat. And I don't want her getting bushwhacked.
And
Sprinkles
I don't
is gonna
have
take the hammer in one hand and have his other hand in the bag of glitter.
I don't have anything. I don't have any potions. I'll go ahead and tap myself right in the jaw, kind of like I'm getting myself ready, and I'm gonna spend a key point to roll a martial arts die to do hand of healing. I see.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find my hand of healing. Oh, I didn't create it.
I have cure wounds.
Let me see. Hand of healing at this level, I know it's upgraded. Let me check real quick. Healing.
Oh, I think it's on my spells tab.
Martial arts.
Martial
No.
arts die plus wisdom.
Yeah. But your martial arts die at this level. Is it still just a D8? Let me check.
I didn't create my hand of healing, hand of harm on this one.
Oh, it did? Okay, it actually starts off as a D4, so it's a D8 now.
Okay. And then plus my
Plus your wisdom.
Wisdom, so plus 3. So, all right. Let's go D8. 7. 10. Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost back up to full.
And of course, it doesn't update on my HP bar. Oh, well. Actually create.
Weird it doesn't for you, it does for me.
Hand of healing. Do hand of healing / harm since it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, attack. 1d8 plus wisdom. And
Olaf, you're standing back as
Okay.
Glenwarren's just slapping himself a few times. You're holding back, and the halfling kind of grabs onto your arm and you turn toward her, and she points at herself, and then telling you she's gonna stay.
I give her the thumbs up.
I'm gonna give it that dex attack, so that way it'll be included for Hand of Harm. That way I can just do one for both.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's done. So I will go ahead and because we're not gonna just jump right out, right? Let's see, it saw us going that way, and I don't want to I don't want to cross the big open area. So I guess what we'll do is take the team and we'll go ahead and skirt the wall some more. And
Okay.
I'll move up and just skirt the wall until I can see. Oh, it looks like I took one step and I could see something right there.
Yeah,
Like kinda
you
over
go
here?
forward a little bit, and you can see the shadow just kind of off past your vision of just the outline of it looks like the head that you had seen before.
Let me
And
zoom
you
out.
look at it, and it looks like it's just staring at you.
I'm gonna go ahead and look back at just really quick, look back at the team without taking my eyes off of it and say and point towards it. Kind of give them the eyes that way. And let's see. This is the thing. Screw it. I'm going to take from all the information that we have. This is the bad guy. So we're going to go ahead and lead into combat.
Send the
All right.
fairy.
Yes.
When
I'll
Warren,
send the fairy forth.
oh, are you gonna stand back and just?
And look at the fairy. Send her forward. We're kicking off combat. We're launching the fairy like a missile.
All right, Sprinkles. Are you just beelining it in that direction?
Mostly, yeah. I don't want to use all my movement, so that way I can like throw my dust.
Yeah, fine. I'll say you begin to move in that direction, just fluttering about, and you can see. Actually, I think Glenn Warren might have more sight.
I had taken a step forward, so I was able to
Oh, okay.
see the body a little bit.
You see the outline still, and as Sprinkles begins flying in that direction, you see the head also dart toward them. And that will
We are so dead. Let's have fun.
initiate combat.
There, that's a lot of them.
Hang on. It doesn't like all the tokens. There you go. That makes more sense.
What's the round one negative thing for?
Oh, that's just the round counter.
Okay.
It sets itself to -1, so every round it's the last thing.
All right.
All right. When Warren, you see this thing begin to basically just dart into Sprinkle's direction.
Well, I guess we're attacking it. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot for an intercept course on its way. So how far?
Remember, I'm gonna throw dust. So
True. Let me see how much movement I have. Okay, I have 60 movement. So has it already darted towards her yet, or no?
It's in the process, so it's like
Okay.
move as the turn
Let's
starts.
see if I can best guess.
Like in Final Fantasy, when everyone starts running toward each other and then it goes into the turn base.
I'm gonna go ahead and hold. So yeah, I'll go ahead and hold this turn just to let the fairy get the dust off.
Always remember, it's always better to do something than nothing. You can take the dodge action.
I will go ahead and take the dodge action then, just in case. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Heads up.
All right. You see the head that you visibly could see fire off almost like a cannon from its neck and appear directly in front of Sprinkles. As another one does you. And you see another neck shoot above you, and it's hovering right above Olaf. These necks are stretched all the way from some mound of flesh. The necks are long, covering the room. And grab here. Open up its sheet. And it, for each head, makes a bite. So we will start with Sprinkles.
Whew.
And then Glenwarren. And then Olaf.
Ah!
Sprinkles, the head flies in front of you, and you try to move out of the way, and it just bites in, and you pull away. Deals 22 piercing. Glenwarren, another head shoots toward you and bites down into your shoulder, and then lets go. And Olaf, the head above, just shoots toward you, and you catch it with your shield and push it off of you.
So did you do
That's-
it at disadvantage against me because I took the dodge action?
Oh, my apologies. Let me.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
just roll
Appreciate it.
another attack. My
A
apologies.
17.
It goes to bite at your shoulder, and you backstep out of the way.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
I say 30 damage is gnarly.
is.
At least
And that
semi
ends its turn.
All right, I'm going to take a bonus action to ignite my sword. I'll say flame on, and my sword now does
The fire damage.
this. So
You-
I take it off that.
Oh no, you just do both.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna start attacking it.
Olaf yells "flame on" and echoing through the cavern, but no one aside from the monster hears it.
And so I just roll 3 attack rolls.
If you want to make 3 attacks, yeah.
Yeah.
You slash at the monster's face, and it hits.
Okay.
It recoils back a little, and you miss your second swing. And the swing with your backhand, go ahead. Connects, you slash across its cheek with your blade. It burns the flesh a bit.
Okay, and that will be the end of my turn because I've already done my bonus action, and with the halfling being there, I'm not going to try to run away because I don't want her, because I don't think she has that much HP. So that'll be it.
All right, Sprinkles.
All right. So, first things first.
What?
How's
Oh,
your
you
list?
throw the dust. Let me see here. And let me roll at normal. You throw some of your dust into the face in front of you. You see it retreat back a little, sneezes, and shakes it off.
At least I got it to back up. I guess. And I get the one action, right?
Yes. You also get a bonus action if you have a spell or something that uses that.
It's a good question. I don't. I don't.
You
Cantrips
have
or section?
no, only some. Well, there's very few that are. If you have like healing word or spiritual weapon, those are bonus action spells. But I don't see.
It would say on your on the speed
It says
one
casting
actually.
time.
Or casting time, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't see any that I know off the top of my head out of your spell list that would.
Okay.
So unless you have like an ability that uses your bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have anything like that.
Okay. You
Oh,
throw
well.
your dust. It shakes off the sneezing dust that you threw at it. Does that end your turn? All right. Glen Warren.
I am gonna go ahead and I don't want to leave Sprinkles all by the lonesome, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit this guy with my quarterstaff.
You swing at the head, and it lifts up out of the way of your swing.
Okay.
You miss just under it. Like swinging at a baseball on a tee.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and take and use a key point and take the dodge action again for my what was that? Patient defense. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend a key point to take the dodge action again.
Double check one
And I'll
thing.
hold.
You do have extra attack at this level.
That's the bonus action is
No. You just have
the-
actual extra attack at this level as monk.
Oh, so
you
I
can
don't
make
need to
2
use a
attacks.
bonus attack? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get 2, and then you can burn a key point to do 2 more. Total of 4.
That's right. That's right. I'll go ahead and hit with that again. And with this one, I will use a stunning strike. Spend a key point.
All right, you swing at this head. So you swing once, and almost like a pinata, just somebody pulls the string and it goes up. It falls back down, and you swing the other way and connect across the side of its head with your quarterstaff. And it is your, I forget what your stunning strike modifier is. I believe it's your proficiency plus your wisdom, but let me double check. Yeah.
Constitution saving throw or be stunned.
So it is your 8 plus your proficiency plus your wisdom modifier.
So
8
plus
plus
4 plus
12.
15.
So 15. Is
Damn
not
it.
stunned.
And I'm going to burn another key point to take the dodge action again
Okay.
for my patient defense.
All right. And is that it fully end your turn?
That'll end my turn. I'm going to stay in as a target just so that Sprinkles doesn't get double targeted.
All right. And from each head, you watch as both all 3 of them kind of pull away from the 3 of you, just in front of you, and at once in unison they open their mouth and scream. And you can feel the scream just barreling or burrowing down in your head, almost like it's just reverberating as an echo in your mind. And all 3 of you roll me an intelligence saving
Do
throw.
we have to hear it though on that one? Is there a
No,
vocal
you don't.
component?
It's attacking you mentally.
Is it intelligence?
Yep. Even deaf creatures can hear this thing or be attacked by this thing.
I'm so fucked.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. This is gonna hurt.
And Glen Warren.
Ha-
So the 2 of you take 32 psychic damage.
Ouch. It's
And
okay.
for me, I wouldn't take anything, right? Because or
Yes,
would
you
that...
don't take anything, and you are not stunned like the other 2 are.
That's fun. So now it's just me. Yay!
So, Glen Warren, you grab your head and shake off the scream. All three of the heads close their mouth, and you look around at your allies for a second. You just see the other two just kind of paralyzed in pain. And that ends its turn.
Now it's personal.
Glenwarren.
For that, let's see. Screams. Yeah, then stunned to the end of the Hydra's next turn. I'm trying to see whether or not I should, because the Hand of Healing, when you start using it later on, it can end effects.
That is technically an effect.
Physician's Touch. You can administer even greater cures with touch, and if you feel it is necessary, you can use your knowledge to cause harm. When you use Hand of Healing on a creature, you can also end one disease or one of the following conditions affecting blinded,
Deafened,
deafness, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned.
And I won't issue the damage because I didn't read far enough ahead, but and the next time it does it, you do take half damage on a success.
But on that one, would it be part of that where certain effects, AoE effects, if I take it,
If it's a
something that would
dexterity
take
save.
half? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move right to here. And I'm going to reach out and hit the first head that I was attacking before with my quarterstaff.
All right. It hits, you connect.
I will hit the second head with my quarterstaff.
You run up and hit the second one, and it also connects. You smack both heads with your
I will
quarterstaff.
spend a key point, and I'm going to use a flurry of blows, and I'm going to use one of those flurry as a Hand of Healing on Sprinkles.
Okay.
So 9, and I'll end the stunned effect. And I'm going to reach back out with that first one to the first head that I attacked and do another unarmed strike.
It does hit.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and move myself over here.
Do you have the mobile feat?
I do. I have mobile,
do.
so no opportunity attack from either of them.
All right.
And that will end Glenwarren's turn.
And it's almost like you knew that each of them get a reaction.
It's almost like I knew that they were two separate creatures.
Basically.
Well, I figured better be safe than sorry. If it's one creature, I could avoid both, but if it's two different creatures, I might as well just hit both and try and wake, Goblin up.
Sprinkles, you are now unstunned. So you feel the healing touch of Glenwarren, and you kind of shake away the effect, and you look up again, and you have one head in front of you. The second that was in front of Glenwarren moves over next to each other. And actually, let me roll this real quick. And both just dart at you, both taking a bite attack.
Ooh.
Both hitting, dealing 46 piercing. Olaf, you're stunned. It gets advantage. It flies at you and connects. And with that, so the head flies down, bites into your side, and you feel it crunch into your armor. You take the 20 piercing, and it actually lifts you off the ground a bit. And its neck wraps around you. You are grappled. And that ends its turn.
So I have to do a strength saving throw to get ungrappled, don't I?
Yes, so you must do a strength save. Okay, yep, I know it's DC. So sorry, my apologies. An athletics or an acrobatics check.
They're both the same. I both have +8
Yeah.
in them, so
Okay. So you're not proficient, but a 20. So you snap out of your stun. See this thing wrapping around you. You puff up your chest and just kind of flex out of it, pushing the neck apart, and you just fall down to the ground below.
And is that my turn, or can I use a bonus action?
It is an action to do that. So it's your action. You can do a bonus action.
Now I'm gonna bonus action second wind.
All right. And I know you don't play too many fighters. Don't forget, you also do have action surge at any point.
I only have one though.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that.
All right. So
I think that was the cue from the DM to not wait on that.
better to use it when you're live. That's a
Yeah, I'll use action.
D10.
I'll use action surge instead then.
Well, no, you can, it doesn't count as a bonus action. You can just do it whenever. But roll me a D10 for your second wind. But then it's plus your fighter level. So 12 plus. You know, there's a little tab. No, there's a little
Up at the top
bar
left,
to
you
your
can
left.
hover your mouse over the D20 in the top left of your screen. There's like a bar. There's a pointer paint. There should be like a pointer, like a ruler, and then like a die.
More often like this direction of your screen.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. So you heal for 19. And then do you want to do an action surge?
Yeah, I'll do an action surge.
All right, you get another turn basically.
Yep. So I'm just gonna start hacking into this thing. First one.
It hits. The second misses.
Ooh, that was a nat 1.
The third,
Oh.
you swing at the beast, and it actually retreats back from you as you swing, and you miss.
And then
You're
I was
getting
gonna
soft,
use
Rob.
my. Well, I had ability to push it back 5 feet too. I could have attacked it with my shield as a bonus action. So I think that will end my turn.
All right, go ahead and click that check mark for me. Sprinkles, you have 2 of the heads in front of you right now.
Fuck. Okay. What do I have that has a cone?
I can actually look at your spells. I should know. Just let me check. I can help out with it. Let's see. Character sheet, spells. So, I know. I mean, Cloud Kill is an area. The anti-life shell. Now, the anti-life shell just keeps things away from you. Blight. Blight is an area effect around you, but not a cone. So it's 30 feet. Oh no, it's just a creature within 30 feet. So really just Cloud Kill is your area effect. A creature. Self. Yeah, it looks like Cloud Kill is your only thing that could hit multiple things.
Where I'm at, this is going to affect my teammates, yeah?
Which one?
Either of them.
So, for instance, Cloud Kill, you designate a point that it starts from,
Okay.
up to 120 feet away from you.
Okay. And then it goes that way? Or just stays there?
Cloud Kill will move a random direction. So you can't designate what. Cloud Kill basically rolls a dice and chooses what direction it starts to travel in.
Okay. Because it says the fog moves 10 feet away from you at the start of your turn?
Yes, but in what direction?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't. I'm trying not to kill you guys, too. We went into a tiny cave.
Do what you got to do.
We'll say, from looking at the necks from the creatures, it looks like all of them are connecting to one thing.
Okay.
Ooh.
The plot thickens.
Bum, bum, bum.
I'm gonna cast it in that direction then. Like, maybe like 60 feet away from ish in that
You
direction.
ping a point.
Okay. Fuck. Because, like, I can't really see where the necks connect, right? I can just see the necks
You can just see
coming
that it's off in like this direction.
Hang on, sorry. I have my character sheet up really big. Up. Okay. Okay.
You just tell me where this thing goes. Oh, not that one.
He's getting so excited to use effects.
I know,
Tell me
but
where it
some of
goes.
them are
Tell me where you
not
want it. I'll drop the effect on, I swear. Come on.
There we go. You tell me where this thing
So-
goes.
10, 20, 30, 50.
20-foot radius.
Yeah. We'll start there. That looks good.
Wait, right here?
Mm.
All right, you put your Cloud Kill there. Roll me Cloud Kill.
Maybe? It's gonna.
You should just be able to click on it from your spell sheet. And it'll pull up a thing that asks what level you'd like to cast it at.
Oh, okay.
That might be why it hates you. You're getting that pop up and just you're not seeing it. I hated that thing.
If you'd like, I can just click it for you.
Yes, please.
Okay. Cloud Kill at level 5 because you don't have a level 6 spell slot. Oh, it doesn't even want to do it anyway. Roll me 5d8. One, two, three, four. Roll me one more. All right. 2, 7, 15, 21, 22. All right. You put that there. And does that end your turn?
I think so. 'Cause I don't have anything else that's cool.
All right. And Sprinkles ends their turn. Glenwarren, you see the two heads attacking at Sprinkles. You can see bite marks and just blood dripping down their body, dripping all the way to the ground beneath. And you see these two heads floating in the air, their necks stretching off into this direction.
I'm trying to think of a way that I might be able to pull the attacks of opportunities away from Sprinkles. Okay, I have an idea. All right. I'm gonna run around Sprinkles again. I'm going to attack my first attack on the original guy. Let's see. No, let's attack Sprinkles' enemy first.
Okay.
Let's see. Quarterstaff. Let's use a two-handed. Nat 1.
It does miss. You swing and just whiff it. The head just bobs up out of the way.
Let
Can
me
you
go
use
ahead.
Spare the Dying on yourself?
Let me hit. You cannot. Let me hit
It only works
this
on an
guy.
unconscious creature.
The one just to the north of me. Let's go ahead and hit. I will use Stunning Strike again.
It connects, and you stun that head.
Yes. All right. Now, I'm going to use a flurry of blows. I'm going to use the first strike to heal Sprinkles.
Okay.
A
So
9.
9.
And then I'm going to hit with the second blow. I'm going to punch out at second head over there again. And that one again.
You punch, and the head just retreats back.
And I have us 30 feet of movement. And I can't really do anything to save Sprinkles. Let's move back out of the way again, another 20 feet.
I forgot I wasn't a barbarian.
Full
And
damage.
that'll
Yeah.
end it for Glenwarren's turn, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Momentarily.
Yeah, take your time. That head being stuck there does not do what it was going to. It has to reassess. And the heads just take more bite attacks. As the one is kind of just dangling in the air next to you, Sprinkles, kind of just like the motion is still just carrying, almost like a pendulum. It's just swinging on its neck. The awake one takes a bite. And it does hit. It bites down. Olaf, you can see the head bites down onto the fairy. And then Sprinkles just goes limp in its mouth, and it just lifts up with Sprinkles in its mouth.
That
And then
sucks.
the one in front of you bursts forward at you, Olaf, and takes
You gotta try.
bite.
Yep, that's gonna do it.
And it succeeds, taking a bite for 29 damage.
Jesus Christ.
And that ends. Well, that one head is no longer stunned now, and it ends its turn.
I shouldn't have used the dust my first turn. I should have just whacked it like I was planning. But I was so
Glenwarren,
eager about that dust.
you watch as the one head that's not stunned bites down into Sprinkles and chomps. And Sprinkles kind of hanging out of its mouth. Their arm just kind of dangles out from its mouth limp as it's holding Sprinkles in its mouth up in the air. And the other head takes a nasty bite out of Olaf. Olaf, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna keep swinging at it.
And I can confirm, by the way, Sprinkles, that when on those days that I have made the decision to just lead off by whacking it, it has kept me out of trouble before. So.
Yeah, can succeed. But sometimes the creature saves.
Sometimes the creature saves.
It's also my
Flame
first
tongue
time
misses.
doing like a specifically spellcaster kind of thing. So
Oh, yeah.
Geez, another nat 1?
We'll have to spend some time theory crafting murder clerics. I have
You're
quite a bit of time with clerics.
Nat 20.
well, it's a good build. I just don't know how to use it.
Nat 20.
All right.
From the
Olaf,
1 to the 20.
You
Ooh.
swing your sword once, and you get a little afraid of this thing as it just dodges out of the way. So you swing again, just keeping it back. It rushes forward at you, and you plunge it up into the bottom of its jaw. Your sword holding it out in front of you, its mouth open. You can see the tip of your sword going through its tongue. And you're just holding its head up in front of you. Deal 14, 26, 33 damage.
Ooh.
Still not dead.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. And then there's one other thing I was going to try to do. Let's see if I can do it. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to shove it 5 feet away from me.
Okay. You do your, I believe you make an attack with your shield, if I recall. Let me double check. It is Shield Master. Yeah, you can use bonus action to change. Alright, incapacitated. Okay. You can add yours. Okay. Let's see. So it would normally make a check, but I'll just say with that attack that you did, you take your sword out of the throat of the monster, and its head just kind of hangs there for a second, and you smack it like a backhand with your shield, and it moves back 5 feet.
Sweet. That will end my turn.
Sprinkles, roll me a death save.
Just save.
Perfect. And 5, so that is a negative. So where it has 3 bubbles for successful and failed, you just mark 1 on failed.
Oh fuck. Okay.
All right. Glen Warren, you see
All
this
right.
head just holding Sprinkle's body in its mouth, just floating. And then the other head, now awake, comes around the other, and they're both just looking at you. Olaf is fighting off one by him as well.
All right. Well, let's have some fun with it, shall we? All right. I'm going to come in, and as I come in, I'm going to come in like skipping. And right as I reach about this point, I'm going to jump through the air and spinning my quarterstaff in the air, come down on the top of the head of the monster that is grabbing Sprinkles, and swing with both hands. And use a
It
stunning
hits.
strike on a key point.
All right. So you hit, dealing 7 damage, and you hit it on the top of its head. It dips down with the blow, but it is not stunned.
Then I shall pop over to the side and spinning it again with an uppercut. I'm going to come under and hit this one just to the west of it.
All right. And it connects. You deal another 9 damage.
And as I spend a key point to use my flurry of blows, I'm going to use a hand of healing on Sprinkles, which would be very interesting when she wakes up inside of the maw. Let me that.
You basically reach up, kind of jumping, and grab, tap onto Sprinkle's leg and heal them for 11.
And as I jump up in the air, I'm going to connect with my left hand with a Hadoken uppercut, a rising dragon uppercut, or whatever it's called, and hit it in the throat.
And you do. The same one right here or the other one? Okay, same
This one right here, the one that has Sprinkles in its maw.
All right, you hit.
And I'm going to scurry off over here.
So I just kind of want Glen Warren jumps up, grabs your leg, and you actually wake up feeling a little bit of heal in it. And as he does this, he comes up with an uppercut and hits the bottom of the jaw of the mouth that you're in, and you just feel the teeth just inch a little
Well,
further into
I kicked it in the throat to
Oh,
try
into
and get
Yeah.
it to gag and spit out
He hit it in the throat.
sprinkles. Yeah,
Oh,
I hit it
okay.
in the throat just to see if it would drop it. If I did enough damage, if it would like lean over
Spit
and
me
need to
out.
catch its breath and spit her out.
It does not drop sprinkles, but it
Damn.
does kind of tighten up from you just punching it.
It's
Okay.
okay. I need to touch him for this nest attack anyways. I can get it
Ooh.
off.
Let me go ahead and move another 5 feet away, and I'll end my turn right there, just in case.
So the head grappling sprinkles, just like before Glenwarren, you just see it retract back.
Mm.
Did I
Uh-oh.
just get taken? I can't
The other
see.
head, yeah, you moved.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and because you went unconscious, actually, let me get rid of this. There you go. All right. The other head that was next to Sprinkles, like almost slithering in the air, moves over toward you, Glenwarren. The other continues pushing on to Olaf. The two of them make a bite attack. Glenwarren and then Olaf.
Yes.
Yes.
You both
Thank you.
dodge out of the way
Woo!
of the attacks. Sprinkles in the maw. You feel just the shift of your grounding change as the head tips back and you drop into the creature's throat.
That's so metal.
It ate me.
Swallowed alive.
Oh. It goes to engulf you. You push out with both of your hands and hang on to its maw.
I mean,
not
you could always
dropping
have
into
me
it.
just put my hat of disguise on and make me bigger suddenly.
This thing is actually fairly large. The head can still swallow a large creature.
I was trying to be silly.
Oh, you're good. But
You succeeded.
you succeeded. You are not swallowed whole.
Just gotta thank the gods, thank the gods.
My
And,
nerves are a little on end, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
and as you hang on, the mouth it just closes back, and you can just feel its teeth begin gripping down back onto you. Olaf,
Just gonna keep hacking this thing.
this thing actually had a bad turn.
Sweating a little there.
Yeah. Woo.
That hits. So you swing the first, it connects. The second misses. The third also connects. You have a thing of hitting the first and third.
Yeah, as I say, the second one never happens.
18, 4, 32.
And that's going to. Let's see. Yeah, because if I try to get away from it, it's going to get an opportunity to attack me. So that will end my turn.
Sprinkles, you are restrained within the mouth of the false Hydra.
You should try and escape. Just,
It's up
I
to
mean,
you.
don't want to metagame.
It's an
I know, right?
action. Sprinkles,
Yes.
what do you want to do?
I was reading my Bane spell.
Ooh, casting Bane on it?
Yeah. Trying
I'll
to just
break you.
I'll say, as you kind of gain your bearings and assessing quickly what you should do, you do notice, you look off to your left, and you see this mound of flesh with arms and legs at the bottom of it. Just this fatty, almost fleshy toned creature with arms, legs at the bottom of it to move it around. It has a total of 4 long necks protruding out of it. You see two stretched off into the distance, one going toward the head that you're connected in, and then another above it, and you see this head with its mouth just open, kind of hovering to and fro.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this instead. If it lets me. Um,
You hear some Bon Jovi going out in a blaze of glory.
Oh, we're halfway there.
so when
Wrong
it's
song,
asking
Liz.
like what I can cast it at, is it just I have to have a spell slot available to use it,
Yes.
or
So, for instance, you have a 5th level spell. Well, you have up to 5th, but you did use Cloud Kills, or yeah, you used Cloud Kill, so that took one of them. So you could use your other one, or you do have 4th level, 3rd level, depending on what you're trying to do. And
Okay.
upcasting it usually increases the effect of it.
yeah, we're gonna do that.
Holy cow.
Yeah, So you stay in the maw of the creature. You reach around onto the side of its head and cast Inflict Wound. Let me double check. It's not resistant to it. You deal 31 necrotic damage.
I did something.
She is, in fact, living on a prayer.
I am.
So that, I guess, was the appropriate Bon Jovi song to sing, Ryan.
Yeah.
I knew. I knew.
See what God listens. Spriggles, do you end your turn?
Yeah. That I don't have any bonus action anything.
All
I think.
right.
So-
Glenwarren.
Yeah, I think that kind of explains Bon Jovi's career. I think God really does listen to Bon Jovi. That was a horrible joke. It didn't even go well. But thank you for the snort, Ryan. Appreciate it.
I giggled.
A little.
All right.
That was a lot of pretty dice.
That was. I do like
Yeah,
having
it
the
was
dice
really good
animations
rolls.
on.
I do too. It's pleasing.
All right. Let's go ahead and reach out and let's throw my little thunderstaff around and do a quick uppercut with it.
Whew.
Ooh, with a nat 20.
Nat 20.
And we'll
You
hit it with the stunning strike as well. Actually, no.
Smack.
Let's not. Just hit
No.
it.
Okay. You smack the head and it jolts back from the blow of your staff.
And let's see. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and max out my movement. That was so dumb. Let's go ahead and hit. Let's hit this head right here. The one holding Sprinkles. Let's hit it in the throat, not in the bottom of the jaw. I'm gonna hit it in the throat below where Sprinkles is. We're gonna try and make it gag. We're gonna hit
Go
it
ahead.
with both hands,
It hits.
and we're going to use Stunning Strike on it.
And let's see. At an advantage. It fails. You see the head drop back
My
and
hero.
gag. It spits up Sprinkles onto the ground below and kind of just hangs there, dangling.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and stand my ground right where I'm at. And I'm going to use a flurry of blows again. We're going to spend a key point. I'm going to use a hand of healing on Sprinkles.
All right.
Thank you, my hero. A hero of sprinkles.
You reach down and touch Sprinkles.
And I'm gonna
Six.
go ahead and turn back to face the mound of flesh and use and I'm gonna use an axe kick on it,
It connects.
bringing my heel down on in the center of it. And I'll face it ready to go. And that'll end my turn.
All right, Glenwarm. You end your turn. The whole mound of flesh moves slightly around you. You see the one dangling head still dangling there. The other that's facing up with its mouth agape closes its mouth and darts directly in front of you.
Sorry, I'm good.
Okay.
Hmm.
The other comes back behind you all. The one in front of Olaf. They all kind of center around. The two kind of get in between you and Sprinkles. And the one in front of Olaf dips back a bit. All three of them open their mouth at the same time and scream.
Is it Bon Jovi?
Worse. Nickelback.
Oh,
Intelligence saving throw.
we all died. It's Nickelback.
Ugh.
Wasn't?
Ugh.
And Sprinkles.
Sorry, I'm trying.
No, good.
My character sheet is fighting me.
The one with the -2.
Yeah.
That's what I'm curious
yeah,
about.
Yeah.
Roll that nat 20.
Fuck. The way that it's been giving me rolls, I fucking better. Like
Actually, you need a nat 20. That's the only thing you can succeed with. And all three of you take 32 psychic damage and are stunned.
Psychic damage. Oh, and this, yeah, and the stun.
that again.
Sprinkles, though, you are not stunned. You're dying.
That's
2.
Rob. Who hurt you?
This thing hurt me. All right, so we're going to go off to Olaf, who is stunned. Sprinkles, roll me a death save. It's a positive, so roll, click a success.
Cool. Does the successes and failures reset or?
Yes, they reset each time. And Glenwarren, you are also stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how this goes.
Where's Jim Bog? He's gonna come save us, right?
The two heads. Actually, all three are around Glenwarren.
Wait, did you subtract 32 again?
Oh, did you already?
I already did, yeah. Here,
think
I'll
we-
add it.
we
I'll
both
add
did
it.
it. Yeah,
I've got
add
it.
it back.
So I'm at 46. Cool. Perfect.
All right. So you are stunned. The three heads bite into you.
All right.
Knocking you down to the ground, each just biting into your body. Your blood pools over you. Olaf,
Oh.
Why is he rolling?
the one hit, its bite hits, but you are still standing.
1 hit point. Let's go. Let's go.
Olaf, it's your turn. This thing is in front of you.
I'm just gonna keep stacking it. I got
Oh my god.
You can see, you take a moment and assess what you're looking at in front of you. The head is bleeding out of the bottom of its throat. You can actually see blood pooling down its teeth. And it's waving back and forth. It does not seem nearly as strong as it did before.
I'm just gonna attack it.
Swing your sword. 14. 24.
All three hit.
27, 46. Yeah, that's 46.
You cut off the head in front of you with the first swing. Its neck begins flicking around as blood is spraying all over around you and onto you. You plunge your sword into the neck and yell, "Flame on." The neck bursts into fire, and the fire follows the neck down. You see the body of the false Hydra ignite
Jesus.
into flame as all of the remaining heads start screaming and fall to the ground. It is dead.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And
Wait,
now the cloaker will come from the sky.
Ryan
Save
with
us.
1 HP, both of
And a
us
drink.
dead. Oh my god.
32 health left on that thing. And
Oh.
Ryan did it.
Oh
It's
my
because I
god.
finally got that second swing in. I
Yeah,
only
the
got two.
If you'd have
Oh my
missed any
God.
of them, if you'd
Yeah,
have missed any
it
of
was
them,
gonna
he
be
wouldn't
over.
have killed it.
Oh my god, dude.
That thing looks like the thing from Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of
Olaf.
Time, that grave robber thing or whatever it is.
Kind of, yeah.
Dude.
Sprint over as this thing is burning and all of its heads are screaming. The fire,
Like
basically
kicking the heads on the way over. They're just pointing them everywhere.
the bonfire that it
Oh
is.
my
You rush
God.
over, grab Glen Warren and Sprinkles, and rush back. Move.
Oh.
You run back with the two of them as they're unconscious and lay them out in front of the halfling, and both of you begin patching their wounds. The smell of decaying, burning flesh filling the cavern. Time passes. Glenwarn and Sprinkles, you wake up.
Whew. What
we
happened?
lived.
What happened?
I still have the earwax in. I can't even hear them. Best part.
I'm scared to take mine out.
Yeah, I'm scared to take them out too. I get out the pen and paper. We won.
Oh my god.
How are you feeling?
I'm just like, woo.
Like I died.
Just
A
write
few
down on the paper
times.
like we died. Oh. Ryan comes through with the dunk at the buzzer.
And you guys said it was a bad idea to leave me by myself. Right when I was by myself, what happens?
Apparently, I shouldn't be left by myself. The one who talked all the shit.
All right. The three of you patch up with the earwax still in. Slowly make your way through the cave, back over the chasm, cautiously moving around. You don't see the cloaker anywhere.
Thank God.
You move over the chasm.
Well, we
I
can
was
heal.
waiting for that to be like, and here's the
We could
second
heal.
one, guys.
I still have key points. We could heal.
You sit down in front of Jim Boggs' camp and all sleep. You rest up your wounds, move back into the town, having dealt with the creature. You tell the town, you tell Brevo,
Can I bring
who
a
is
head with me?
yeah, you go back and take one of the heads and
It
show
was
it
in
to
my bag of holding.
Yeah.
Let's
You
just put
threw
as
it
much
down.
of that as we can in there for, I mean, all of the heads, all 4 of them. Let's
Snacks.
throw them into the back. Well, not just for snacks. Let's
The
do the
destroy-
monster hunter thing and at least make armor out of our kills. Gosh.
Um, so you take some of the remains with you back and show it to Brevo as the true monster that was down there. They give you a chest full of gold and a few items that were scrounged up from the town, and he tells you some of the items from one of the abandoned houses in town that he checked in to see if there was anything of use.
Did we finish searching the cave to see if we could find any other survivors?
Yes. So you searched the cave. You did not find anyone else.
Just the
Okay,
half.
like rest and then go back, because
Yeah,
that's
'cause
definitely
you went
something
back
that I
for the
wanted to
remains.
do, was to search for the remains and then search to see if we could find any other survivors or any
Yeah,
signs of survivors or
You went
anything
back
like
there
that.
for the remains. From the entire rest of the cave, you didn't find remains or anything of the sort. At least like laying about.
Can we ask Jim Bog if definitely want to go back to the whole Jim Bog thing and have the conversation and see if this is where all of the people were being led to? Everybody that's missing, including our friend, like give him the description of our friend and ask him if he remembers any of the people that had gone back, because we couldn't find any survivors other than the halfling.
Yes. You don't remember anyone else still. You don't remember your
Oh,
your
okay.
previous friend.
All right.
Yeah. All of those
Oh,
are
okay.
gone. But you do search the cave of the false Hydra. You don't find any remains or any remnants of any of the people that it may have devoured.
Mhm.
But you do notice some light shining down from the ceiling by the false Hydra. Let me actually go back here. I'm gonna move. I'll just move the 3 of you over there. You find a tunnel going up and down in the earth. Down below, you can see down is an underground lake down there. Up above, you can actually see up to the surface.
Mhm.
Sprinkles, you fly up there and come out into the center of town.
It's the well.
It was the well.
Oh my God. Okay.
So when I wanted to jump in there in the beginning, someone should have let me.
Oh, you would have been solo against this thing, but at least now we know what
You
the
would have
floating
heard
head
and jumped
was.
down, no?
At least now we know what the floating head was that knocked us out. It was from the well from this thing. Okay. So, but you
You
said
start-
down below is the lake. So, like, were we able to see anything down below in the lake?
Nothing down there that you could
Okay.
see. You assume that anyone that this thing had the acquaintance of had been devoured.
Okay. Okay.
You,
All right. Cool. Thank you.
you take all of your knowledge and what you've gathered back up to town. They give you the reward. You ask the halfling a bit of what happened, if she would like any of what you have found or anything like that. She tells you her name is Liana, and she doesn't remember anything to do with what happened with the creature. As you explain, it seems like it takes memories. She assumed that it had taken hers before coming down there. The 3 of you gather your things and begin to get ready to leave the town of Parsh, and you watch Liana walk up to the Dragon's Trove, the abandoned building with the sign
Mhm.
from when you originally came into town, and she unlocks the door.
So now we know what happened to our friend that we don't remember.
No, that's, well, if we're going all the way back, that's not the friend that we had come searching
Not
for.
Clyde.
I
It's not
know,
Clyde.
but someone was traveling with her to protect her.
That was
That's how
Clyde.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Clyde's wife, who none of you had met yet, Lyanna.
But she doesn't remember Clyde or anyone, right?
Nope, nothing to do with him.
Damn.
He's
Oh,
never been married.
oh my gosh.
Olaf puts
That-
on his Sunday's best.
And that ends Unknown Faces.
Such a sad
Oh my
ending.
gosh. Yeah. That dunk though at the end.
Oh,
Oh my
dude.
god.
If he'd
Dude,
have missed
that-
one of
Ryan,
those,
I know,
that dunk.
one.
Ryan is the hero of this entire thing. Not only a sub, but comes in and dunks at the very end with 1 HP left. Everybody else dead. PTK on the line. 1 second left on the clock.
1 HP in the chamber.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This
Yeah.
was-
Literally did 18 damage to your 19 health.
Oh yeah, I guess sat there. I'm like, it's gonna kill me. And it goes like 1 HP. I was like, oh, that was
Oh my
spicy.
God. That was a spicy and meatball.
Yeah, that
But-
was a very.
I hope the three of you enjoyed playing in this adventure, and I hope everyone enjoyed watching. Definitely stay tuned. We're going to be doing a Halloween special in the next stream, so definitely pay attention. I'm super stoked for that one. It's got some references in it, but everyone, have a good night.
Thank you for tuning in.